It's bigger than getting away from them people that you used to hang out with, those things you used to do, and those places that you used to go. If you don't understand your old life on an energetic level and understand why you were there, when you transition to your new life, or if you already have, you're not going to be able to sustain it because it's going to be easy for you to revert back to those old energies and old patterns if you don't understand them. You cannot live in your old life and your new life at the same time. And although that seems kind of like conceptually easy to understand, like, well, obviously I can't be in two realities at the same time, sometimes our thoughts and our beliefs and overall our self-concept and energy kind of contradicts. And if we don't understand this, it can keep us stagnant, if not bring us down to our old life, even after we transition into a new one. So we want to get the quantum jump together. So you want to understand the basics so you know what to do and what not to do. This is an overused example, but it's a good one. You know, lottery winners, when they win a large sum of money, oftentimes they win it, but they're still in like a lack mindset. So that money doesn't stay with them. They usually lose it within a year or less. All right, so foundationally, before we go into anything, your thoughts and your emotions create your current reality. And I say current reality in quotes because your current reality is just a projection of these things. It is malleable and it does change based on your thoughts and emotions. And we often will cycle through thoughts and emotions and they become our beliefs. And our beliefs will continue to create the projection that we see. All right? Our eyesight. Our mindsight, eyesight. So now let's get into the energetic makeup of your old life. So from birth to 7 years old, you live within your subconscious mind. This is shaped by family, you know, your parents, and who you are around mostly at this time, who you're raised by. Traumas and things like that, this is where you are the most sensitive, okay? And from birth up until now, this point where you've decided to start your manifestation journey or go within to learn more about yourself and your energy, let's just say you have been asleep. And when I say sleep, I mean that you've been operating in your subconscious mind. So from birth to 7, that's when your subconscious mind was being created, like your program. And then you kind of just ran off of that program until now. So all those thoughts and beliefs and emotions that were created up until 7, that is what you operated off of. A lot of times this is hard to get out of because people really don't know that they're in this stage. A lot of times our ego gets superimposed over this. For example, in psychology, it's what is it called? The iceberg. So this 10%, this is what you perceive. And then you have all of this below that's actually influencing this up here. So a lot of people aren't usually aware that what they're thinking does not align with what their programming is. So that's the biggest thing that you have to understand. And this is ultimately what has to be exchanged and given up for your new life. If there is anything that you don't want in your life, or especially things that you do want in your life, everything is based off of visualization. You have to visualize everything into existence. Although this was your old life, it was not real. It was just a projection of your subconscious mind continually through that thoughts and emotions process that you kept going through that created those beliefs that created that reality. So if you want to change your reality or go into a new life, then this is where you start with visualization. All right, so let's get into your new life. So energetically, and this is the battery representation, your energy has to be equal to your desired reality. Your energy is composed of what you visualize, your thoughts, because we don't think in words, we think in pictures. So visualization and thoughts are the same thing. And the emotions. The emotions component is key because frequency is emotions, energy in motion. Your emotions create the energy that's going to build you up to meet your desired reality. That's why emotions are over here too, because as you often hear people that talk about manifestation, they say you know, you have to feel the emotions and work on feeling the emotions that you would feel in your desired reality before you're there. So these have to be equal. And not only do they have to be equal one time, they have to continually stay equal. And that's the key. Because when you learn that emotions are your energy that's going to fuel your quantum jump, you notice that you have to maintain it. And as we know, in the 3D world, everything doesn't always, go perfectly. Everything isn't cupcakes and rainbows. So you have to make sure that you have strong conviction and your emotions stay in your desired reality no matter what is going on in your 3D world, aka the eyesight. Okay, so this is where those old people, places, and things come into the equation. So as you build your energy to match your desired reality, aka your new life, you are naturally not going to gravitate towards these things anymore. But that doesn't mean that they're not going to rear their ugly head and try to grab you back, because energy ebbs and flows. So that's why it's important to maintain, your high conviction. You have to maintain your high frequency emotions. You have to actively do that. And you have to catch those negative spirals. They don't just go away, but you have to become mentally and energetically tough, because these things are right there waiting. They were probably there most of your life, as we talked about, your old life, your subconscious mind, and your subconscious programming. So even though you're attracting this new life, you still have to actively work on not being pulled down to this one. Your mind heart combination is one of the strongest technologies in existence. And that's because your belief mixed with, your thoughts, thinking about your belief and actually feeling and having the experience really goes hand in hand in creating a new reality for you. So like I showed you guys in my little drawing, visualization plus emotions are key. You actively have to have a visualization process, and I'm about to explain that to you. I usually typically do this before bed, and feel free to check out my How I Manifest in 24 Hours video, where I go like in depth with what I do to visualize before bed. Long story short, it's best for reprogramming your subconscious mind when you do it right before you go to sleep. And I also use theta waves during this visualization process because they are perfect for healing and reprogramming your subconscious mind. Okay, so for the first step of this, you want to think of your desired reality. And it doesn't matter if you're currently living in it or if you're still trying to quantum jump into it. That's obviously the first key. The second step is, while you're visualizing your desired reality, you want to feel the emotions associated with living in that reality, and also feel the feeling of belief in those emotions and that visual picture that you are creating in your mind. And last, while you want to feel all the emotions associated with this desired reality, one of the main emotions that you want to feel, or feelings in general, is relief and satisfaction. You want to feel satisfied, like, yes, and the purpose is to feel that end result, like that end product result of you quantum jumping. Like when you finally get there, yeah, it's going to be like a yes. So you want to make sure that you incorporate that as well. So that is the basic visualization process for manifestation and maintaining your manifestations. And you kind of want to stay in that state, those feelings and emotions, while you're awake as much as possible. Keep in mind that while you're looking to make that quantum jump, it will be a bit harder to stay in those states, just because, your eyesight and your reality may be so different from what you visualize, your desired reality. So you just have to keep in mind eyesight versus mind sight. Like what I'm seeing, what I'm experiencing in 3D with my senses isn't necessarily real. Like my mind sight is just as strong. Like what I visualize is just as strong, and it is just as real. And that's going to help you keep creating the new reality actively. Like I said before, your old thoughts and emotions and beliefs have been creating your past reality or your old life reality for years. So give yourself some grace and just try to actively focus on your new emotions, your new desired reality as much as possible. Don't get all shook up by the 3D. Okay, that is the key. All right. Yes, I wish you guys the best of luck on your manifestation journey. You guys got this. You're actively seeking out videos like this, so you're on the right path. If this video helped you in any way, definitely feel free to like and comment. Let me know how you feel below. And subscribe if you want to stay and join the community. But until then, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.